Alright, welcome back everyone. It is LaughNgamez here. I'm back with another Starcraft 2 1 vs 1 replay cast. I'll admit I was bad. I missed a day or two, but I'm back at it now. We're going to be having ourselves another Terran versus Terran, actually a rematch here. The map's going to be Year Zero, and it is two of my favorite Terrans in the whole wide world, spawning up in the top right-hand side of the map. It is Root SuperNova, the Korean Terran and streamer. Just been doing that for quite a while now, and up in the top left-hand side of the map, recently got out of the military, went back to streaming, grinding up that ladder. It is Polt, aka Captain America, another Korean Terran though, and these two guys are just always fun to watch here. And I cast one of their games a couple of days ago, and I just thought, alright, gotta cast another one. You guys really like that. Yeah, I know it is TvT for you non-Terrans out there, that you might not want to watch that, but regardless, it's two great players, so you should be watching anyway, and if you're here still, you're doing a good job with that. And yeah, basically just, I wanted to keep an eye on Polt, see how he's doing. This is from the same batch of replays as the last one I cast, but, I mean, players like Polt, when they come back, they improve and improve, so I might cast him in, like, say, a few days or a few weeks again if I can, say, get my hands on one of those replays and just basically just see how much he's improved, because taking on someone like SuperNova when you're fresh out of the military, fresh off a break, is a bit of a tough thing to do. And we'll see how he's going to do, because that last TvT, Polt was sort of forced to play that long game versus SuperNova, where the Terran player, the mech Terran, got comfortable, which is never an easy thing to do, regardless of who you are or where you're at in StarCraft 2. So it was a bit of a rude welcome back from SuperNova, being like, I'm gonna mech and you're gonna have to deal with it. And Polt's like, what do I gotta do? And we'll see what SuperNova is gonna do here versus or what Polt's gonna have to do versus SuperNova again. Whether SuperNova will just sit back and play that meching game. And if I had to bet money on it, I'd probably bet on the fact that he will. Now, as far as this game goes so far, what we've got is a Command Center first, or a Reaper expand, pardon me. In TvT, that's one of the really two options. It's either you go for the more common in other matchups, the build that works in TvP, TvZ, or TvT, which is the Reaper expand, or you go for the little bit more exclusive to TvT, the double gas opening. Not so much in TvZ, sometimes in TvP. And yeah, just as far as everything goes, though, everything generally works out pretty equal at the end of the day, as basically it just has the two players, they get everything pretty much around the same time. SuperNova's Command Center is going to be finishing up. Polt's is just a few seconds behind. And oh, look at this though, SuperNova, he actually hid a Command Center out on the map, being a bit of a sneaky Terran right now. He's yeah, he actually hit that out on the map, so going for a very quick third base, but he's got to be careful because Polt's coming in here with a vengeance. He's running on up with his Reapers. Looks like Polt will lose one of his Reapers, actually loses the second one, so a bit of a mistake there from Polt. Doesn't get that Hellion a SuperNova, so basically what we've had is two Reapers for one Marine. Not a great trade from Polt. Bit of a micro mistake there. That being said, he does still have these Hellions. He does still have another Reaper out, so he's got that sort of map control. But SuperNova, he's getting into this Cyclone, which is kind of the next stage. It shuts down that Reaper Hellion, so that map control won't be for long. SuperNova is going to be getting up this third base, which it's a sneaky thing. It's not the most common thing in TvT. It's not the most common thing super early on in Terran versus Terran. Now Polt, I mean, he is one of those guys who is very methodical about what he does, so there might be a chance that he'll scout this. We'll see. Looks like SuperNova coming on in with his Reaper, going to be chasing Polt's down. Will he get it? Oh, it's going to be close. Looks like SuperNova probably sacrificed his own Reaper to get Polt's. It should go down. He's running, but yeah, you ain't outrunning a Hellion as a Reaper, so he goes down. And then Polt, he's actually getting up his own third Command Center. So we're in this situation which both these guys are just macroing up. A lot of respect between the two of them. They're like, okay, it's Year Zero. We're going to see nothing. I was going to say nothing too crazy. However, as I say that, SuperNova, he throws up a fusion core already. And this could be some very, very early Battlecruisers from the Blue Terran. And let's see, is he actually going to Battlecruiser rush Polt? Like... Are you this BM, SuperNova? Guys, Battlecruiser Rush is one of the builds that you see on ladder every now and then, and it's kind of easy to counter. I'm not gonna lie. But look at this, SuperNova. He's going into 3 starports. I mean, he is the meching guy. If anyone can do it at a high level, it is SuperNova. But a fusion core already? Like, man, what's going on here, SuperNova? Are we gonna see a battlecruiser? Polt actually scans. Okay, this is absolutely huge for Polt. The fact that he scanned this and saw 3 starports in a fusion core, Polt is gonna be like, okay. Do you think he can just get away with that? So we'll see how he's gonna react to that right now. I imagine he'd probably take his 3rd base pretty quick after that. And okay, there we go. He's floating that over now. And we'll see. SuperNova. What are we seeing? Okay, there's the first battlecruiser on the way. All right, just casually going for battlecruisers off the back of 3 command centers. At the 6-minute mark, he's going to be going up to triple battlecruiser production. This is absolutely insane for a Terran versus Terran. SuperNova starts up Yamato Cannon, Polt starts up Stim. That sort of shows the time discrepancy there. And we'll see what Polt's going to do against this, because there's a few ways you can deal with early battlecruisers. You can try and get up a ton of bio, a ton of Vikings, or say you can make a ton of Cyclones. Cyclones are not bad versus battlecruisers if you get up Magfield Accelerator. However, Polt getting a reactor on his factory, I don't think he's going to jump to that. We'll see. Maybe he'll swap and start going into some Cyclones. But, yeah, we'll see. There we go. Polt, double Viking production on the way, making Ravens, and Ravens can disable those battlecruisers. So that could be all that Polt needs in order to shut those guys down. We do see Polt. He's getting up his 3rd base. He's scouting around, and oh, look at this fantastic find for Polt. I was wondering about this. There's one thing, if you're a player with that instinct back in the day that's like, I'm gonna check for hidden bases, you're gonna do it when you're playing years later. So well done by Polt finding this hidden base of SuperNova. SuperNova got a bit of mining off in this. However, it has been found now. Cat's out of the bag. Polt moving across the map, gonna be punishing this. SuperNova's making no attempt to run these SCVs away. There he goes. He's actually he just says he's gonna put them back into gas. How BM is that? Okay, SuperNova though, look at this. Comes on in with a battlecruiser, gonna be picking off this Hellion, and Polt has been rolling up with siege tanks and marines, but not enough to actually take on a battlecruiser of his opponent. So the battlecruiser is actually keeping this base of SuperNova safe for now. SuperNova does not care at all. He's like, I don't care you found my hidden base that's incredibly exposed. I'm just going to defend it with my battlecruiser because that's normal. And let's take a look here. SuperNova is getting up an extra command center. Somehow, while affording to build all these BCs, he's managed to squeeze out another CC. And now he's going to have 3 battlecruisers, which is no small amount. However, he does have to be incredibly careful here because Polt has been building up this Raven count. This is actually a way, I've never seen this situation before, which a Terran is going so heavy on battlecruisers early on, and Polt just with his Ravens, he can interference matrix these battlecruisers practically indefinitely. So SuperNova, he comes on in, he's going to start working away on these SCVs as they try and repair this turret, so they're going to be taking a lot of damage. But look at this, SuperNova, he's got to be careful. Battlecruiser's getting interference matrix, they try and teleport out, but this one is caught, he is not getting away. Polt shuts that down expertly. SuperNova just, yeah, not really expecting that. That being said, though, battlecruisers still can hit multiple locations, so Polt out of position to deal with this one. This BC going to have a bit of free reign, and then we'll see if it ends up teleporting out or something before the Ravens can catch it. Here comes in the Vikings. Where are the Ravens, though? There we are. They're getting into position just now. However, SuperNova still getting a bit of work done, picking off some SCVs. You got to be careful. If you get interference matrix, that BC is dead. There we go. SuperNova. Prime teleport out. Now Polt, he's coming on in. He's not letting SuperNova get away with this base. SuperNova being a little bit cheeky, trying to hold on to this base for so long. However, it is going to be getting forced or shut down. At least the command center probably going to die too from the looks of it. So SuperNova on 2 bases making mass battle cruisers at this point. And I don't know if that's going to work. Like, mass Viking Raven does win out versus BCs in a head-on fight, I believe. This is not standard. I'll say that, though. Okay, let's see. How is this game going? Ship weapons on the way for Polt, so wanting those Vikings to pack an extra punch, but oh my god, SuperNova, he just teleports the battlecruisers in. He's going to start focusing down starports like it's nothing. Pops off one of them. Going to start focusing down another Polt. he was throwing up more of them, but look at this. Here comes in Polt with all these interference matrix just shutting down these BCs. They can't defend themselves. Marines are getting underneath them. Does SuperNova teleport out? No, because he actually can't. So SuperNova, I feel like he just threw away all of his battlecruisers, and he's probably just got to turn, and he can't turn and fight because they're interference matrix. So these BCs are just getting shut down hard. Yamato Cannon gonna go down and pick off at least a couple of the Vikings. Maybe he can nab off a Raven or two. Looks like he will, but this is heavy losses for the blue Terran player. Look at this. This is such a wacky game right now. But I feel as if Polt is doing everything that he needs to with shutting down this unorthodox play from SuperNova. This is why you don't see mass battle cruisers, guys. As someone like Polt just shuts it down hard. And look at this, Polt getting up an extra base, getting up another extra base here. So he's going to be going up to 5 bases, where SuperNova is just securing his 3rd. He just lost a ton of battle cruisers. 8 battle cruisers have gone down this game. Polt has just done everything that he needs to deal with this. That being said, army supply, it's not astronomically behind for SuperNova. He's still able to defend himself with these tanks, even getting up bunkers just to be extra safe here. So SuperNova continuing on with making these BCs, just securing these bases here. It looks like he's getting up a 4th command center as he lost that hidden one. But so far, I'd say this is going pretty well for Polt. Okay, look at this. Polt getting up his own fusion core, maybe thinking of going for his own battle cruisers. And off the back of a stronger economy, you definitely can shut down your opponent's battle cruisers with more of your own. So Polt just doing everything that he needs to do this game, playing it very well. SuperNova playing an unorthodox style, and Polt's not letting him get away with it. 4 battle cruisers can always make something happen, but I don't know, man. Like Polt, he's got all these Ravens, he's got all these Vikings. Okay, here we go. Look at this. Polt returning the favor, going into battle cruisers of his own. Currently 3 on the way. Upgrade-wise, Polt is ahead as well, by the way. If we take a look at it, he's getting into +2 ship weapons, which will really help battle cruisers, particularly if mixed with interference or anti-armor missiles. And SuperNova, he's just getting up his armories now. The battle cruisers, they're a unit that greatly benefits from upgrades, having such high hit points. Really benefits from armor upgrades. Having such high rate of fire really benefits from attack upgrades. But SuperNova has none of those. He's just making more battle cruisers. He should be fine here from this attack. Polt's trying to break this line. The battle cruisers just teleport on in. They're going to absolutely annihilate this attack. They can probably just Yamato cannon the medivac. Yeah, there we go. So Polt losing out on that front, going for a bit of an ambitious attack, but as this is going on, Polt is still up to 5 bases. He's getting up extra command centers for days, doing everything that you need to do to deal with a meching Terran. SuperNova won the last game between them that I cast. However, this one is looking pretty fantastic for Polt. SuperNova, though, he is scared, he is concerned about potentially getting overwhelmed in the air front, so he is building up more and more turrets just to make sure he can defend his tanks. And if both players do eventually reach max out, that's where the game can hit a stalemate. That's where it can really swing back in, and any leads sort of become negligible. Let's take a look. Polt hanging out with these units still. They're not gonna get too much done here, I don't think. Oh, this one Marine picks off an SCV. The rest of these Marines coming on in. SuperNova, he's scared to move out with his BCs because he knows that Vikings and Ravens are there with interference matrix. Take a look at these battle cruisers. Yeah, they're just hanging out. SuperNova turtling with battle cruisers as if this is a normal thing, but he's making it work. Upgrade-wise, though, he is still going to be very far behind as Polt getting into his +3 ship weapons. SuperNova just starting his +1. These battle cruisers moving out on the map. Gonna find these Marines, gonna shut them down. Marines don't really stand a chance versus battle cruisers unless you have a very good number of Marines and take a very good engagement. SuperNova Yamato cannoning off those high-value medivacs. And, oh man, look at this though. Polt, he's going up to 5 battle cruisers at a time. He's catching up on the count, and then he's got all of his Vikings and Ravens as well to help out. He's even starting to kill off his own SCVs now, as he's just wanting to max out on that supply. And we could just hit a point in which Polt's like, I'm just going to teleport my BCs on top of you, SuperNova, and there's nothing you can do about it because I got more. And that's the position we're heading into right now. SuperNova's up to 11 versus 6 for now. He's throwing up a lot more command centers. He's turtling. He's a meching Terran right now, but look at this Polt getting up more of these bases here. He's doing everything you need to do. When you force a meching Terran to be on the back foot, that's one of the main advantages you get as the more mobile, generally bio player. You're just allowed to do whatever you want, really. Marines getting slaughtered by these Battlecruisers. Polt with his +3 Marines actually deal a fair bit of damage to that Battlecruiser. And SuperNova just sitting back still. Polt got a siege tank resting at this base, preventing SuperNova from taking that without Polt knowing about it. We are seeing SuperNova, interestingly enough, actually teching into Cyclones, getting up Magfield Accelerator. And Cyclones are a great anti-air choice, as they actually annihilate Battlecruisers due to the fact that they're armored. They're incredible just at preventing Vikings from flying over top of you if you're a meching player. So interesting choice by SuperNova to go for that, and both players are maxed out, so we could just be heading towards one big fight. Looks like SuperNova, he's trying to secure this base here, but I don't know if Polt's going to let him. And with the superior upgrades of Polt, if a fight goes down now, I'm pretty confident that it is going to go the Red Terran's way. Look at this, Polt, he's just moving forward, shutting down this base, picking off tanks, picking off that command center. SuperNova has no choice but to retreat to his turrets, and he might not even have enough of those. There we go, yeah, he's throwing up more turrets. He's like, oh man, this could be bad for me. SuperNova is getting up a few Cyclones here, however, they're pretty late to the party for now, and there's enough Battlecruisers just to Yamato cannon them. Look at this, Polt comes forward, SuperNova, he's throwing down mass Yamato cannon on his opponent. The interference matrix is going down, but for now, SuperNova has to retreat till that's all gone. Polt returning the favor with his own Yamato cannon. SuperNova, he's going to pull and try and repair his Battlecruisers, but look at this. Polt is just doing what he needs to do, shutting this down. The Battlecruiser count, how close is it? It's actually 11 to 8 right now in favor of Polt. So SuperNova, he has fallen apart. Polt teleporting out his injured Battlecruisers, doing a good job with that. SuperNova, he might be able to force this army back. It's going to be close. Looks like he will be able to make that happen, I feel, with his Cyclones on the ground. He should be able to. But SuperNova, he took massive losses. He's down on supply, and he doesn't really have the economy to keep this going. SuperNova teleporting back the injured VCs. Got to have incredible value from here on out. And having a rough time. This one Battlecruiser working away on a command center for now, being a pain. The Cyclone will come in. Probably can save it. You gonna save your friend there, guy? Oh, it's gonna be close. Is that command center gonna go down? It's burning. Is SuperNova gonna repair it? He's repairing the BC. There we go. Now he's repairing the command center, but everything considered, Polt on a much better economy. Polt making 5 BCs at a time. He's got the lead. SuperNova, he's making Cyclones for now, and he's got Magfield Accelerator. So in some universes, Polt just overcommits to, say, mass Battlecruiser, and SuperNova has a ton of Cyclones. That can work out. However, I don't know if that's going to be the case. As Polt, he has himself a pretty sizable lead here. SuperNova out on the map with his Cyclones for now, I guess just looking for some pickoffs or something like that. But look at this, Polt remax, made so many Battlecruisers. SuperNova is in a world of trouble right now. He's throwing up more turrets. He's got a lot of minerals. I think he needs to throw up a lot more turrets at this point in the game. But for now, it's a bit rough for him, that's for sure. Polt scanning forward. SuperNova, he's moving up with this Cyclone. He's going to have himself a bad time. Yamato cannon goes down. That's why Cyclones aren't actually the best versus Battlecruisers. And I don't know, guys. This is not a normal game that we've seen up to this point. Here comes in Polt, looking to maybe kill SuperNova, maybe get some vengeance here. Just having a bigger air fleet. His Ravens coming in. Once again, he's got the Vikings. Looks like SuperNova throwing up a ton of turrets here. However, the Vikings are actually just going to land to help try and deal with those. And Polt, he's just got so many BCs. He can probably tank those regardless. SuperNova's tanks actually being misrallied forward. Cyclones are moving forward, getting the lock-offs, but the Yamato cannons, they annihilate them. And there is nothing left for SuperNova to really oppose these Battlecruisers. It's 6-16, guys. SuperNova is pretty dead at this point in the game. The fact that he didn't reach that comfortable maxed out position, didn't quite have enough static defense here, and I think if you're SuperNova, you just gotta say, right, I can't rush Battlecruisers versus Polt. He's back to the game and he's doing well already. So here we see SuperNova moving across the map with his own BCs, looking to get a bit of counter damage done. That's one thing you can do if you don't have an army that can win in a fight. You can try and out-position your opponent, but look at that. Cyclones move forward, they get popped off. Battlecruisers for SuperNova are rolling on and gonna pick off a command center, it looks like, but oh, here comes in just some reinforcements for Polt. Gets some Yamato cannons off, and SuperNova did not get enough done with that. He's a pretty dead nerd here, guys, to be honest with you. SuperNova down to 4 bases. Polt just taking the final base on his side of the map. Who knows, maybe he'll start taking SuperNova's bases in a second here. He's just scanning. He knows his position. SuperNova scans. He knows his position. It's GG. And if you guys stayed to the end of this video, make sure to hit that like button. And let's try and hit, let's say 20 likes. That's the goal for this video. You guys really like that past Polt one, but 20 likes, that's the goal. And if you guys are new to the channel, feel free to subscribe, as I'm putting out a lot of content, a fair bit of content for someone just on a casual basis, I might say. And I've actually got a tournament that's going to be upcoming, a Freaker World April Blitz. There's going to be a lot of VODs coming up from that, a lot of good matches. I'll be casting some of them, and then Falcon Paladin will be joining me for other ones. That's going to be linked in the description. Played out of Freaka TV. That's going to be played out on 8 p.m. Pacific. On Wednesday, that's when it's going to start, and then the following 3 days, it is on 6 p.m. Pacific, and with the group stages and the playoffs, Wednesday is the qualifier. And regardless, before this ends, I just want to have a little bit of a look-see here. Before that big fight happened that really knocked SuperNova down, I just want to point something out. SuperNova, he had 2,000 minerals at this point. If he had 20 turrets, there's no way Polt could have attacked in. It would have bought more time for SuperNova. The game might have gone on. So, if you ever find yourself in this situation, guys, build missile turrets, because that could have actually kept SuperNova alive, perhaps. And then even in the end fight, which Polt came on in, SuperNova, he still had a few minerals, didn't have his turrets up quite in time. And yeah, that's about that for this video. So I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.